Hello everyone, welcome back to TechGlobe YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to configure the domain failover. The domain failover refers to the process of maintaining the availability of critical services in a networked environment when the primary domain or one of its critical components like a domain controller or DNS server fails. It ensures the business continuity by allowing user and the system to access authentication, authorization, and directory services without interruption. So I will show you the basic settings of the server. The computer name is server 81 and the domain name is techglobe.local. I'm gonna open the command prompt cmd and hit enter ipconfig/all, and here you can see all the details of the server, and the IP address is 192.168.111.134. and I'm gonna go to the failover server to change the computer name and also the IP address. Alright, first of all, let me enter the computer name. The first server is server-81 and the second server same, server-82. Later, then I'm gonna add the IP address. So let me check here also cmd and ipconfig, and here you can see the range, the 138. Anyway, I'm gonna enter the same range. Okay. 192.168.111.138, and the default gateway 192.168.111.2, and the preferred DNS server. Make sure that your primary server IP address, now this is 134 range, okay, and I'm going to enter here 192.168.111.134. click on OK, and let me restart the server because it's a pending restart is still there. So I'm gonna restart, and now after the restart I'm gonna install the roles in the second server, manage and select add roles and features. Then I'm going to click on next and next again and next, and here I'm gonna select Active Directory domain services, then select add features, then click on next and next again, continue, then install. So it will take several minutes. Please wait until the installation complete. Alright, so the installation has been completed. I'm gonna click on the promote the server to a domain controller. I'm gonna select add a domain controller to an existing domain. So here we need to enter the existing domain name, which is techglobe.local. Then click on select, and here we need to enter the username and password for the primary administrator. I'm going to enter here techglobe.local/administrator, and enter the password, then click on OK. Our domain name is selected here and click on OK. Then click on next, enter the restore mode password. The strong password you have to enter, then click on next again, and here you can see replicate from any domain controller. When you click on this, you can see primary FQDN If you select the first option, any domain controller, the domain controller failover occur when one domain controller in Active Directory environment becomes unavailable and another DC automatically assumes its role to ensure service continuity. This process is essential for maintaining authentication, authorization, and directory services in a case of failure. Click on Next and continue Next. And here you can see the script, whatever selection you have done. Okay, then once you complete and click on Next again, and the pre-request check is going on. So after this, select Install. Here also it will take several minutes. Please wait until the completion. And this server was successfully configured as a domain controller. So the server is going to automatically restart. On the primary server, you can see, let me open the tools and select Active Directory users and computers. And also when I click on the domain controller, you can see the second server is listed here. And I'm gonna go to the failover server, Active Directory users and computers. And as you can see, when I click on the domain controller, the second server also is listed our both server, which is server 81 and the server 82. Okay, these two of domain controller. All right, and if I go to the users, you can see the list of bunch users and admins, security groups is here. So I will show you here on the replication. If I go to create a new user, okay, so for the testing purpose I'm gonna create test 1 and enter test 1 and next. Okay, click next, and here you can see for the testing purpose I have created one test user. And if I go to the primary server, the main server, when I click on the user, you can see automatically replicate our user, okay, in the first server also. And the same way I'm gonna create here one user test 2, then click on next, enter the password, then click on next and finish. Okay, so the same way if I go to the failover, you can see still not visible. Let me refresh. You can see here the second test user also is visible on the failover domain controller. Okay, we have successfully done this, and also we have for the testing purpose one more client computer, which is Windows 11. Here you can see, I will show you the failover how it's work, and let me enter. So first of all, we need to add an IP address, primary server and the failover server need to configure. And let me enter here ncpa.cpl. And go to the properties of the Ethernet. Then go to the IPv4. And here I'm gonna enter the IP address. Let me check the IP address. The same range I'm going to give here, 192.168. 192.136 and 192.168.111.2 is the default gateway, and this is very important. And preferred DNS server, I'm gonna enter the primary server IP address, which is 192.168.111.134 is our server 81, and the alternative server IP address is 192.168.111.138, our failover server IP address, which is I will show you here. You can see this is the primary server, and this is our failover server IP address. Okay, this is very important to replicate. If any server is failed, the second failover server will act like a domain controller. Okay, so in this case, I'm gonna click on OK and OK again. And also, this machine is not in our domain name services nor joined any work group. So I'm gonna manually enter our domain name, which is techglobe.local. Click on change. techglobe.local. Click on OK. Administrator username and password. This is our default user, so I'm gonna sign in with recently we have created the user, which is test1. Go to the other user, and here I'm gonna enter test1 at techglobe.local, then enter the password. You can see here we have successfully logged in the client computer. All right. So let me shut down primary server. I'm going to restart the client computer once again, and we can check failover server. So we have shut down manually the server 81, and we can check whether the server 82 is taken action to run the Active Directory without any failure. Okay, the client can access without any interruption. Okay, and here you can see we are going to log in the user test2. Okay, let me enter here test2 at techglobe.local and the password. If I ping with the server -81, the destination host unreachable. Okay, the primary server is not getting connection because we have manually shut down the primary domain controller. And if I go to the server 82, I can get the connection. And dear all viewers, these are the way how to configure the failover domain controller. I hope this video you like this, and if you like this video, please do comment on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.